My name is Jerry Creel, and I teach broadcast journalism and sports broadcasting at Deer Park High School, and my classes are responsible for producing a lot of the content that we see on the Deer Network, but then also at football games on Thursday and Friday nights.
My name is Elysa Ripley, and I run graphics on Friday night football games. I heard about the sports broadcasting class, and it sounded really interesting and really fun, and so I signed up for it, and here I am. I love being a part of the sports production, and I play sports, and I love watching and being around them, and so for me, this is a good way to not only be able to be around sports, but be a part of them outside of just playing. So every week, we, as a whole class, have a list of assignments that we have to do. We make a pregame show if it's a home game. We make a radio intro every week. We make a hype video for the football team. And we kind of cycle through whichever one we're working on that week. And so I worked on all sorts of things. My favorite thing to work on is definitely the pregame show. I think it's so fun. But we have tons of things that we do every week to prepare for football games, and it all comes together, and it makes the production happen.
Varsity football games, I oversee the entire production that includes everything that you would see on the video board at the stadium, as well as the live streaming content that's on the internet. And then there's 5 camera operators, many of whom are either students or former students and came through this program.
All of us that work, we get here and we all have to come up pretty early to set up cameras and make sure that everything is ready and working before the football games. We're here at least an hour and a half before every game. And then I sit up in the booth, and every time there's a touchdown, I run a graphic. And so every time that something happens and there's a graphic run or an ad run, that's me sitting up there and just kind of running it all together to make things flow.
There's 2 statisticians that are keeping stats of the game so that whenever our broadcasters are talking about the game, they have up-to-date stats. There's the 2 broadcasters that are actually calling the game for either our live stream or for the radio.
My name is Pradt, and I do the play-by-play for Deer Park football here on Friday nights. I love being at the stadium. I love seeing plays live because you never know when you'll see something that you've never seen before, and being able to go to the stadium and have that potential every night is the best thing about it. You know, you're trying to tell a story as it's happening. So you're watching a play develop and unfold right in front of your eyes. So you're trying to tell that story and convey that story to the audience and not stumble over your words at the same time. So it is a challenge.
Once again, you got 3 wide receivers tied to the line. They're going to go play action here on first down. Throws back in the end zone. Caught. Touchdown.
I actually went to school at the University of Houston for broadcast journalism. So even going into college, this is what I was thinking I was wanting to do. And so I graduated. I knew that there were these types of internet radio companies that broadcast a lot of these high school football games. That's the epitome of high school football, and you just kind of get that buzz, and it just kind of transfers over to you, and that energy goes from the crowd to the broadcast booth, and makes for a lot of fun.
This class is a lot more hands-on. Like in every other class, you learn something, and then the next day you get a homework assignment over it. In this class, you learn something, you're having to work on it immediately. Everything is kind of like learn as you go. Like you kind of get thrown into things the first time that you're in here, and you just figure it out, but then it ends up working out because then you know how to do it, and all the projects link together. You learn how to do something for one project, and it applies to another one. So you learn as you go, and then you figure everything out, and it all works out in the end, as opposed to getting notes and taking notes and then having to apply it. Take it. It's definitely worth it. It is a bit of work to start out, but it gets easier as you go, and it's really fun, and it's definitely different from all of your other classes. So it'll be interesting.